going to try to record again, and I'm recording because I've got concerns, and I'm going to try to keep this very under 13 minutes. So I want to speed up my communication process here. What I want to record is that a lot of people do not comprehend laser warfare. And I worked with Department of Defense, and part of my responsibilities was to do safety and hazard analysis and provide recommendations, including for laser use. And so there's a lot of people in the private sector that don't have any comprehension of laser warfare. And I'm going to make this very quick. Laser warfare is designed to target individuals if you're at war with them. That's what you call laser warfare. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called warfare. And they've got lasers that are being used with such precision as the tip of a needle that also can cut the skin. And if those are tactics that are being used to cut people through laser use, then there's a problem with that. And President Donald J. Trump was at a meeting with FEMA, and he says, begin cutting. And he was talking to an individual. So let's hope it was talking about ribbon cutting, about providing services to those in hazards, disaster relief programs. I'm not a disaster relief program. I am not. And I don't expect to see laser cuts throughout my body. I don't believe in any injuries to my body. I'm very protective over my body. Now, I'm not saying they would do that. But 2 cuts showed up on my finger and my hands. And unexplained. So let's hope they're not using lasers to cut the body. Because that's bullshit. I'm very protective over my body. Laser warfare is a thing of reality. And they have lasers that have a capability to cut the skin. And through the skin. So, you know, whoever's coming up with this laser skin cutting, it better not be appearing on my freaking ass body. I don't expect to see any cuts on my body. I'm very protective over my body. No surprise cuts. Laser people. Laser warfare people. And it could just be a coincidence that I got a cut on my finger when Donald J. Trump said start cutting. I mean, I'm sitting on the couch holding nothing sharp. Nothing. And I get a cut on my finger. Let's see if I can find it. Let me back it up here so you can see the cut. Immediately after President Donald J. Trump said in the FEMA meeting, and I'm sure he had nothing to do with it, you can begin cutting now. And I've also received another cut, unexplained, on the top of the finger of all that. I mean, that's like a rarity. You don't get cuts on the top of your fingers. Let's have no games about laser warfare cutting the human body. I mean, this is freedom of speech here. Worked at a headquarters for 4 years, and my role and responsibility was laser testing, preventative measures, safety, risk mitigation, hazard analysis, safety recommendations, and also capabilities. As I worked for Department of Defense for 20 years. And laser is a form of warfare. So, you know, a lot of people think they don't comprehend the capabilities that people have today. And to be pulled out of a career field that I'm thoroughly knowledgeable about every capability this freaking ass nation has. Laser warfare is one of them. And I'm not saying that it could be total coincidence that I got a cut that looks like it's from a laser sitting on my couch when Donald J. Trump on the FEMA meeting says you can start cutting now. Could have been total coincidence. I mean, what are the odds? I'm sure it was. But I don't want to see cuts on my body through laser warfare. Not that people would do that, you know, when people are fighting for their rights. You know, they may use your career against you. Maybe they have. So with that said, my name is Edith Del Carmen Blankenship. I'm going to keep this very short. I want to keep it under a certain amount of time. I don't want to be blocked on YouTube. And no cuts on my body. I'm very protective over my body and my skin. I'm very protective over it. No cuts on my body. And making lame excuse that someone's injuring themselves as a form of an excuse of a mental illness. Bullshit. You freaking ass government people and whoever's playing warfare games with lasers needs to get the hell out of that business and stop using it as a form of harm. If you are. I don't want to see cuts on my body. I'm very protective. My name is Del Carmen Blankenship. Today's June 6, 2018. Let's stop the bullshit games. No cuts on the body. How about that?